Hello.
Hi there.
Don't sound so sad, Joe.
Long time no see.
We're back again.
I just don't think there's even a point saying we're back. It's like we can't keep a schedule.
Like it's normal that we only pod once every 2 months. We don't have to say we're back.
Yeah, like, see, we're not forgetting to pod. We're just
gremlins.
No, we're just on a every 2 month schedule.
Oh, so we did form a schedule.
Yes, it's very familiar. I call it the ADHD schedule.
It's our lives have suddenly gotten chaotic and fucking crazy schedule.
What do you mean suddenly?
What? Well, why is this
sucks schedule?
Oh no, my M is falling. Sorry. I have a sign that I hung up on my wall. It says Mandalorian Cave, but my M is falling off, and I just noticed it. So now I will be focused on that for the rest of the podcast. Okay. Well.
It's the ADHD schedule.
Yeah.
Mandalorian Cave.
I would turn my camera around and show what it looks like, but then it would be a real pain in the ass to get it back where it needs to be, so I'm not going to do that. But anyway, let's see. I think the last time we did this, Moon Knight had just started airing. I was the only one that watched it. I think only Joe and I have watched it.
Yes, I have not seen this.
It's okay.
We've been busy.
I know.
People keep getting married.
You ain't missing much.
Why are so many of my friends finding the loves of their lives and then marrying them and inviting me to a big party?
I had that happen in like 2017. Everybody I knew got fucking married. So it happens. That's how it goes.
My wife told me to stop making friends.
Only make married friends from now on.
So we'll talk about Moon Knight another fucking day. I liked it. Joe's meh on it, but I liked it.
I posted a rankings. I don't want people to think that I thought it was bad because it's last on my rankings. I don't think any of the Marvel shows have been bad. It was fine. It was okay. There was nothing like, oh, this sucks. Like, it was just like, didn't do a whole lot for me. And I really like Egypt stuff, like Egyptology. I really like that stuff. So I was hoping it would really grip me, but it's okay.
You and my husband are on the same wavelength about that.
I had no idea that's what Moon Knight was. Like, I knew nothing about Moon Knight until I started seeing, like, the memes and stuff coming out of it.
Khonshu is like my spirit animal, so... But we'll talk about that another day. You guys will watch that, and we'll get on it. What we have all seen, though, is Doctor Strange.
We have indeed. I liked it.
Go ahead.
I've got lots of thoughts.
I have thoughts, too. Like, especially after I've sat on it for a while.
Well, first of all...
I enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. And they managed to keep one cameo like no one even fucking guessed was gonna happen, which was Black Bolt. I was like, wait, they're gonna pull out that fucking guy?
I had no idea who it was.
Really?
I had never seen the Inhuman show, and then I'm not like book reader. I was just like, I don't know what's here. Look who's here.
It's Greg.
We've got a Greg.
It's a Greg.
Oh, and
Hi, Greg.
We just started talking about Doctor Strange. But yeah, Black Bolt, first of all, I love the fucking actor that played him, though. And he's in the new Star Trek show. He's the captain. So I fucking love that guy. But I was like, really? And it made sense because he is in the Illuminati, but I didn't think they would ever acknowledge the existence of that fucking show ever again. And they did. They put him in the fucking movie. And then he exploded himself from the inside.
That was
once that happened, it's like, oh, this shit is on.
Yeah.
And then the other one, though, is like, we kind of knew that Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, was probably going to be in it, but the fact that they actually did the fan dream casting of John Krasinski, I was so fucking excited.
It's the only one we're going to get.
I don't
No!
agree.
Yep.
No, he'll be back. He'll be
I don't
back.
think so.
And his wife is going to play Sue Storm. We manifested that shit into existence. It's gonna fucking happen. and we got Professor X. That is legit the first fucking mutant in the MCU. Like,
they made me watch Professor X die again. And look, it was upsetting enough the first time. It was probably more upsetting the first time than the second time.
Yeah, the Logan death is worse.
Man, but Logan was so fucking brutal.
Yeah.
This one was pretty intense, though. I mean, Wanda snapping his neck after she comes out, like he's in her mouth. Oh man, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That movie used its
That was
horror
creepy.
elements so well.
I mean, she bodied those Avengers so fast.
We can handle your little witch.
Yeah,
Was
okay.
Can you?
The second they said that, I was like, they're all dead. They're all gonna fucking die. Oh, I mean, this was definitely a Raimi movie. I think the only thing I didn't really care for it, though, is just, and I guess they can chalk it up to, okay, she was corrupted by the Darkhold, but it just seems like she just went so far.
That's when you like put up the ending of WandaVision and the beginning of Doctor Strange right next to each other, it doesn't flow very well. And it's not that it couldn't flow, I just feel like I'm missing a middle piece of her character arc in that sense.
I told you guys for months that this was coming, and you didn't believe me because of that reason you just stated right there, because of how big of a jump it was. Yeah.
I thought it would be a variant Wanda. I didn't think it was going to
Yeah,
be
me too.
her, but well,
I actually think it would have, like, when you're looking at it thematically, would have been more interesting if it was a variant Wanda. Because when you add into that layer of, you know, Strange is dealing with the atrocities that alternate him has committed, like, putting that with Wanda and having her, like, have that foil. It would have been very interesting.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint is the cohesion.
The Illuminati were right. They all had to die. Like, they were right, but they weren't right at the right time. You know what I mean? Like, they were right. Like, the end of the movie shows you they were right. He's still going to be a danger to everybody else.
Oh yeah.
But his wife is here now. His future wife. Charlize Theron's character, Clea.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's who she is in the comics. She ends up marrying Doctor Strange.
And she's the Sorcerer Supreme, isn't she?
She becomes it when he dies. But here's also a fun fact. She is Dormammu's niece. You remember him?
Interesting.
She is from the Dark Dimension. Yeah.
The space that she opened it up to looked like Dormammu's realm.
Yeah, because that's where she's from. She's from the Dark Dimension. So, yeah, that crazy looking motherfucking demon thing, whatever, that's her uncle. So.
There were no Mephisto sightings.
Zero.
And where's White Vision?
Or were there?
Yes, that's actually another, like, thing that felt like a plot. There's a dog in my lap now. It felt very much like a plot
I think
hole.
it's just because they are not done with Wanda.
No,
Yeah.
So.
It's still, it
Absolutely.
was very strange to have her whole motivation be family and not have Vision there at all.
You know,
like,
but you know
Vision-
why?
Even in any of the pictures in that
He's-
alternate Wanda's house.
White Vision's not her Vision, though.
See, but not even White, but like any Vision. Like, she's not trying to bring Vision back, just her kids. And that
Because Here's why. Here's why. Because she knows that Vision would tell her that it's wrong.
See, then I think I want that line of dialogue. I want that, like, reflection.
We kind of had that, though, with WandaVision. Basically, she had to break down everything and stop it because he told her, like, even if it cost me my existence, what you're doing is wrong, right? So she already knew he would never be on board with the shit that she's doing. Because basically, she'd be going in and kidnapping another Wanda's fucking kids, right?
Yep.
So she knew. She didn't even have to fucking wonder. She fucking knew in her mind he was not going to be on board with it.
You know, have Strange ask her, like, okay, you're doing all this for your kids. Why not Vision? And have her verbalize that.
If he wants to anger her some more.
I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel complete.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me that no matter, like, we see her looking at all the different alternate reality hers when she's meditating at one point, right before she dreamwalks, and none of them have Vision in them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the universe where all the Illuminati were, the Ultron program worked, so Vision was
right.
never...
Yeah, that's all I can think of is that, like, a prerequisite for a universe to have Wanda's kids in it needs to be there is no Vision.
I mean, yeah, because technically, even though they were his kids, they're really
they could still play on that. Like, it feels like they still might be going for that, like, to show that. But
that's still something to acknowledge in the narrative or draw attention to.
Yeah, it still would have been nice maybe to show a little bit of that with him.
I heard that they hadn't finished filming WandaVision when this script for Doctor Strange was already written.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the not cohesive narratives is just because that they were doing things side by side instead of together. So it didn't. I don't know. It was a little clunky. It was a little clunky.
Let them slide on that. This is Marvel and Kevin Feige. That's their thing. It's supposed to be all cohesive unit. I'm not letting them slide on that. I don't think that's the reason. I think they chose for it to be this way to save Vision for later. And I mean, save on costs because it's just one less movie you have Paul Bettany in that you don't have to worry about his contract situation. So
that's true.
With that, like, I'd rather think that than think that it's not. It's because they weren't cohesive together. Because Star Wars is bad enough about not being cohesive. I can't let the MCU not be cohesive either. Like,
I mean, they have all this money, but they can't do She-Hulk's fucking CGI right. So I don't know. Maybe they're slacking a little.
We'll get to that.
I'm pretty sure that they're gonna fix her CGI before the show airs. I think.
Yeah, I bet
the trailer was just a little rough, but it was a lot rough. But yeah, we do come to expect more from Marvel, I guess. At least their marketing department's fucking fire. They got that going for them.
I was thinking about this the other day. The one thing I will give Star Wars over Marvel's marketing is I don't go into a Star Wars thing feeling like I know everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Marvel almost does too many trailers.
Yeah, I would have loved the Xavier cameo to have been a surprise. Like, that moment would have been so great.
I think they didn't want to overwhelm us because they were also bringing out Mr. Fantastic and all that, which they hid, or they tried to. Like, people spotted that they thought it was Reed Richards because they saw 4, right? But we weren't as able to confirm that from the trailers like we were Professor X. So
yeah,
it was. Real quick though, they played the X-Men '97 theme when he showed up, and I was like, ah! Sorry. Okay. Anyway,
Steve called that out too.
I'm wondering if that's a bit that shows that the X-Men '97 reboot is going to tie into the MCU.
I think he is X-Men '97 Xavier.
That'd be cool.
Well, I thought it was interesting when they were going through all of the different universes, they went through an animated universe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, there's a lot to go on from here, right? I mean, I was hoping there'd be more stuff about mutants or touch on mutants, but
Me
they
too.
didn't even say the word or anything like that, right? They're gonna save that, I guess. They dropped in Charles Xavier. That's our first mutant drop, and I just thought maybe because of Wanda we would see Magneto or something.
I saw a thing that pointed out that the end point of this arc is probably Secret Wars,
Yeah.
and that the end of Secret Wars is the collapsing of the multiverse into one.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot to go from here, right? Loki season 2.
That's the only way that they can go bigger. If their goal is we're gonna do it even bigger than Infinity War and Portals and all that, then Secret Wars.
I mean, that's crazy. That's everybody. That's like everybody. They're gonna pull out everybody from everywhere.
Yeah, I just feel like at some point I don't know that you need to go bigger. You need to more focus on the actual storylines. But hey, we know it sells. Oh, we haven't talked about the incredible first Avenger from that universe, Captain Carter.
Oh,
She got
man. And then they fucking did her dirty. Oh.
Yep.
I mean, she held her own.
She did. She looked fucking fire, though. She looked so good. I was like, man, she needs to show up in some more stuff and not die next time. Wanda just fucking melted them all. It was great. I mean, she's a great fucking scary ass villain, but
With no shoes on and a sweater.
mom jeans.
I like.
Can I tell
Look,
you?
I love having a superhero mom role model to look up to. You know,
Right.
like.
Nikki, the two worst things I've seen since that movie were the thing you sent me online. Someone said that their experience with Doctor Strange was that when Wanda was walking barefoot into the facility, someone got out their phone and started taking pictures of Wanda's feet. That's number one. And the second worst thing I've seen is someone saying that somewhere Tarantino is fucking ecstatic. Because Quentin Tarantino has a foot thing. I don't know if you know that.
So does Joss Whedon.
It's a very well-known thing.
Dan Schneider.
Hi, Jose.
We're talking about feet.
Joe, did you see the TikTok I sent you?
Maybe.
It's an interview with Elizabeth Olsen on the red carpet, and she's like, you know, I just found out that like
really
I
like
like being called mom.
I wasn't expecting to feel like this, and I was like, she knows exactly what the fuck she's doing right. Like, stop it.
Well, Pedro says that he wants to be your daddy, so.
Man, we've got tons of fucking like little sound bites of that shit. So that's amazing.
I mean, he says daddy is a state of mind.
Him and Oscar Isaac are gonna have a daddy off.
I like.
Oh, ooh. Don't know.
Oscar Isaac.
Let's wrap up. Multiverse of
All right,
Madness.
yeah, okay.
So we can go to Star Wars. All right.
Okay, and I do want to yes.
I cried. The playing on the trauma with the children and Wanda fucking got to me. Really got to me.
Oh, I cried at that exact moment.
Even though, I'm sick of those fucking kids. Those kids are so annoying.
They are.
That is not how children sound. This person has never spoken to a 7-year-old in their life.
Wait, how do they not sound?
Mom, look at this. Look, we're 11 years old and we're going to sing you a song about ice cream.
Yeah, it was that part. It was, oh, she's right. It's not, it was how she's right.
It was constant. It was the rate of it. Like, they were like birds begging for her attention.
Listen, you need to spend an afternoon with my fucking 6-year-old because he is
just,
that bird begging for attention.
Look, I have worked with kids. I have worked with kids of all ages up through high school. That is not my experience with kids. That constant.
It's almost like You know how Arrow was so bad because of the dialogue? The dialogue was just like nobody speaks like this. That's how Wanda's kids talk a little bit.
Also, Oliver Queen never knows what to do with his hands.
You have failed this city. No, for real. My kid tried to make up a song about Minecraft for 30 minutes today, and I had to tell him, listen, dude, you can't talk to yourself while you're playing this game, and I don't want to hear it anymore. Like that, they do act like that, though. I mean, they exaggerated a little bit for the scene, I think, but like, I'm telling you, man, my kid acts like that. That's part of what made my heart hurt so much when that was going on, because I just empathized so much. I was like, man, it's like my kid. So...
But Phase 4 is just trauma. People keep asking.
Yeah.
It was a feel-good Mother's Day movie.
It's just trauma, yeah. Marvel was like, fuck you, Mother's Day. Cry.
It's fucking true. I mean, I think Miss Marvel will be a little more uplifting, right? That's our next one that we get.
Is it?
Before we go to Star Wars, let's just briefly hit on She-Hulk. Because why is that She-Hulk trailer so fucking horny? What is happening?
I think they rushed it out before they were ready because Disney was doing an investor day and they put it out for that. So they're like, just slap together what you got, man.
I was like, what is happening in this trailer right now? Like,
I was like, this is really inconsistent because there's like shots where she looks okay, and then there's shots where you're like, whoa, that's really bad.
And like the one lady's like, look at her ass, and then she's carrying a dude to the bedroom. I was, what's happening? She hasn't watched it, so she has no idea.
I mean, she should be carrying dudes to the bedroom. That's just, you know.
But yeah, I was very confused by that. I don't think that's gonna be what I'm showing my kids.
No, I mean, Moon Knight started on the path of a little more mature Marvel.
David, I can't take my kids to see Multiverse of Madness. That's for sure. Like, already skipped WandaVision, and it's fine. Like, not every comic thing has to be for kids. I'm not saying that. It's just a little bit surprising that the MCU, being a Disney affiliate, has gone that path so much lately, it seems like. But it's all good.
Because they've realized who their target audience really is, and it's not kids.
It's millennials.
Also, keep in mind that the kids who started with Iron Man are 10 years older now.
Yeah.
14 years older, because Iron Man was my first date when I was 14.
Yeah, it's 14 years ago since Iron Man.
The same thing.
It's usually 4 years, whatever. Same difference.
Whatever.
That was your first date ever, and I was like, I remember seeing that movie with my husband.
I remember
Time is a flower.
Jesus Christ, I'm fucking old.
Young.
Man. I'm so old. All right. Well, yeah. So we got Miss Marvel, and then we've got She-Hulk, and then we got Thor. Oh, we have to talk about fucking Natalie Portman's arms. We cannot move on to Star Wars until we talk about Natalie Portman's fucking arms, man.
Fuck.
Whoa. Just whoa.
One of our fans would like Joe to crip walk.
Yeah, let's go, Joe.
That's not walking.
Jose or Mike?
Yogi.
Yogi's in the chat. Man, I gotta get a better setup so I can see this chat.
You need
This
two
ain't a
screens.
I don't crip walk when it's not a wedding. That's my rule.
Yeah, someone just needs to get married.
Also, stop getting married, people. I got no money for this shit. Stop getting.
All right. I think that's it, though, right? Okay, so we got Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Thor. That's all we got right now, right? Guardians Holiday Special. That's for the year. That's it for the year.
Wakanda Forever comes out.
This year?
Hmm?
No.
November. Yes, it does. Marvel does 5 movies a year. We're saying Star Wars.
It's not this year, man. There's no way that shit's coming out this year. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Hold on. I think it's next year.
You are wrong, my friend.
Oh, shit. 2022? Holy fuck. There's no way. There's no way. I'm telling you now. It ain't coming out. No fucking way.
Already done. Filming's done. It took them 3 months longer because that one chick's an anti-vaxxer, but they got it done.
Like, all right, we'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. I don't want to be down on that fucking movie because I love the original, but I really don't like that fucking actress now.
Well, that, and I just am concerned about where they're going without Chadwick there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Damn.
M'Baku, amazing.
And
Maybe
M'Baku's the fucking shit, so let him take over, man. That's cool. Let Okoye fucking take over.
Unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, I'm wrong again. I'm wrong a lot these days.
What?
Sorry.
Being very quiet. Dr. Strange.
What?
You're being very quiet. What did you? Are you violently high?
I am. Always.
Violently high.
Damn.
That's so good.
Not violently, but
Like, I feel like passively high is a better.
I'm just taking it all in. That movie was a lot to unpack, but I enjoyed it.
Were you very excited about him being Mr. Fantastic
Oh yeah, always.
until they turned him into a cheese stick?
Yeah,
So disturbed. The
He was so
bottom
fucking good at that. Like,
they did.
my
They
husband
literally did.
was just like, man, I really hate the Fantastic Four. And I'm like, I do too, but I will watch anything that he is in. So that's how you make me
Yeah.
watch a Fantastic Four movie. Make him Mr. Fantastic, I'm fucking bought in.
Yeah.
Fine, you know?
If they're doing a Fantastic Four movie, which they are, I need Reed Richards to be the world's biggest asshole.
They are. He's gonna direct it.
You think he's gonna fucking direct it too?
He's not gonna be in it. He's gonna direct it.
No.
Why is that so crazy? He's
Why-
directed A Quiet Place.
I
A
know,
Place
but
Two,
why would he direct the movie that he is not starring in as Mr.
Because
Fantastic? No.
Glen's directing. He's too old to be the Mr. Fantastic in our universe now.
No,
I'm sorry.
he's not.
No, he's not. Mr. Fantastic is supposed to have, like, graying at the sideburns hair.
I'm telling you.
They mention him back in like the first Iron Man movie or the second one.
Do they?
Yeah, the one where
Nick
they're
Fury.
on the roof. And no.
No?
I thought
No,
that was
the
Winter
that-
Soldier.
That's
it's
Winter
Winter
Soldier,
Soldier.
I think.
Is Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the
Yeah.
ones where they're talking about all the people.
Yeah, and they threaten the guy on the roof, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well we have a list of names, blah 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 blah," and he names off a couple randos, and I think Reed Richards is one of them. Yeah.
One of them is Amadeus Cho, who is one of the Hulks.
I mean, they also talked about Doctor Strange in that one too. So, yeah. But anyway, so he's been around. He's been around. It's gonna be him. Joe, do not fucking ruin this. We manifested it.
I'm the biggest fan here of John Krasinski. Don't fucking sue Storm.
All right, all right. We better get on our fucking Star Wars high horse because this is gonna take a lot of energy. Are you guys ready? How do we want to do this? Do we want to talk about the good things first?
Okay, yes. Let's be positive first.
Wait. Okay.
This is a positive podcast, guys.
Since when?
Yeah. Good vibes only, Joe.
Vibes, just vibes. All right. What's the news, Stacy? You want me to run through the news part of it?
Yeah. Do
Oh,
it.
my phone's done. Hold on. I should probably plug my phone in.
Yeah, don't.
All right.
That would be bad.
Okay, Vanity Fair dropped a cover and an article about Star Wars that includes interviews with a bunch of cast and with Kathleen Kennedy. And they did some really cool photo ops with like a bunch of the current characters that are basically important to the franchise right now. Vader, Obi-Wan. Is it Reva? Reva's being
Reva.
president?
Reva.
Are they pronouncing it Reva or
I'm
Reva?
excited. I'm excited for her.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
She's gonna be a badass.
Yeah, she looks
But-
fucking
and-
cool.
There's another one that's Kenobi, Mando, Ahsoka, and Andor, which
No,
is like their
Kenobi's
four-
on the other side. He's not on the picture with them.
No, yes, there's one with them, the four of them too.
Really?
That's like the
Oh.
four names. Yeah, they did a couple different versions of that shot.
He's on the cover. That's the cover shot. Is the 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Andor's supposed to happen this year, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be after Kenobi. So
Cool.
said late this summer.
Yep. Late summer, early fall, basically for Andor. So that was news. Andor. There was the article starts off actually about Andor. Talks a lot about what's to expect for that.
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma's in the photo shoot. Yep. The actress who portrayed her in Rogue One and Episode 3 is reprising the role, which is cool.
She looks exactly like her.
Let's see what else. Show news. Mando is going to be December. We know that for sure now. Season 3. We already really knew that.
I mean, it might be. I think it's gonna be like Boba, where it's like the last week of fucking December.
Yeah. So they're saying that way they can say 2022, but it's gonna be like the last day of 2022 probably. But that's confirmed. Let's see. They talked about
next year.
They talked a little bit about Ahsoka. Said it's next year. They didn't give you much plot details. They wouldn't confirm a couple of things that Rosario slipped up on Twitter and Instagram. They wouldn't confirm those things.
Shock zone.
See what else for news. They talked about Acolyte. Acolyte is in the casting phase. They talked about when it happens, which is like 100 years before TPM.
Yep.
Which we knew, but they confirmed it, so now we know for sure. Basically, it's like end of the High Republic, 100 years before Phantom Menace.
It's cool that Acolyte is happening.
Yes. They confirmed another new show, which
Grammar Rodeo.
Yes. That's the title, the running title. What's it called?
Grammar Rodeo, which is
Grammar Rodeo.
It is a Simpsons episode title where they steal a car, the kids steal a car and go on some kind of road trip and blame it on a school assignment.
Yeah.
Is that the working title?
Yeah, it's so John Watts, who directed Spider-Man, and he was supposed to direct Fantastic Four and pulled out of it. He is the one producing this show. And I think that's probably why he pulled out of Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Was there anything in the article about Lando?
No.
No, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that's in the bad news side of things.
Oh no.
The Grammar Rodeo show, they did give you like a brief plot not synopsis, but they basically said to expect it to be like a 1980s Amblin coming of age tale. So basically, we think it's gonna be a story about like some young Force users. And
it's gonna take place in the same time as Mando's show, like same time period.
Right, that's what they said. They said post Return of the Jedi. Yes. So,
okay, so there's gonna be a young Force user who's eventually going to be killed by Ben Solo.
Potentially.
Maybe.
Yes.
I mean, they didn't guarantee it was going to be a Force user.
Yeah, they didn't say it was going to be a Force user, but
okay.
It could be like Star Wars Stranger Things for all we fucking know.
That's what it sounds like, but yeah. Anyways, other news. Okay, movie news. This is the one that they asked her specifically about because nobody knows what the fuck is happening. And so the things that we knew previously were that Taika Waititi was working on a Star Wars movie. At this time, that will be the next Star Wars movie that comes out. Rogue Squadron. See, when the article came out yesterday, it has like a couple of hits. Like they talk about the different shows, and there's some little blurbs with Kathleen Kennedy. Today, they released the full interview with Kathleen Kennedy, so we were able to get even more of a grasp on what she meant by some of the things she said. And then when yesterday's came out, I thought they just meant, Taika's is coming first, Rogue Squadron's coming after because of conflict with scheduling Patty Jenkins, basically. After today's article, I'm not convinced Rogue Squadron's ever coming out.
No, she's working on the script.
They said it's on the back burner and that the script is being worked on still by Patty Jenkins.
I don't think it's ever going to come to fruition.
And I really don't want to think that because that seems like such an easy W for them. Like,
is it after what she did to Wonder Woman 2?
I'll give you that. I'm not saying it's an easy W because of Patty Jenkins. I'm saying it's an easy W for just make a Top Gun and space movie and Star Wars fans will eat up fucking X-Wings doing shit. Everybody loves that. So that part of it is surprising to me that it's been backburnered, but that's what they said. Greg, your TV in the background is very fucking.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like throwing.
But
watching Attack of the Clones right now.
Padme just fell off the ship. Anyways.
There's another thing though, Joe, that did it. So this interview happened in March. So she said the Kevin Feige project was not a thing.
Yeah,
in this interview, right?
Not that it's not a thing. She said it's in very early concept. Like,
but it's
still,
been confirmed since.
Like today, you mean?
Yeah, like I can't remember who's working on it with him, but the person who's working on the script with him confirmed that it's happening, like within the last week.
I mean, even she said that in the article yesterday. It's happening. She just said it's in very early phase production, basically.
Yeah.
So the big movie news is that whatever Taika Waititi is making is the next movie. And based on the article that she released today, that movie will be a part of what they expect to be the continuing Star Wars franchise on cinema. Basically, it sounds like whatever Taika is doing, like they have a roadmap for where they want Star Wars to go. And whatever era that movie is in is what's going to be the next Star Wars movies, basically.
So you're saying they have a plan?
Yes. She said she has a plan. That they have a plan. But also,
I'm skeptical.
It hit really hard on the fact that she's looking for someone to be the Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni for Star Wars, but for film.
I volunteer as tribute.
I don't think you have the qualifications.
Stacey's first, like our Stacey in the pod's first response was, "Oh, well, that's Dave Filoni," and I would say yes, it is. Except she's making it very clear that John and Dave are sticking to the TV shows, and she's looking for someone to run the movie part of it.
But why? I mean, Kevin Feige does it all for Marvel. He does the TV side and the movie side.
The thing is, you need someone over both.
I guess she doesn't want to overwhelm John and Dave.
I think, you know what it might be, though? I think Dave really wants to do the Ahsoka show. Like, and he's, like, hands-on. Like, that he is show running that show, right? Like, he's not just, like, a producer handing it off. So maybe when he gets all of that out of his system, the stories that he wants to personally tell, then he can, like, helm the whole thing, right? But he's got to get the shit out that he wants to fucking do first. Otherwise, he'll just be kind of sad handing it off to other people, I bet. So maybe that's what the reasoning is. I just don't see who else could fucking be that person.
She said she has 2 or 3 people in mind, but the issue is that it's hard to lock someone down in the Hollywood business to stick with one franchise when there's so much opportunity to make all kinds of different things. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what people want to do. They want to make a Marvel or Star Wars movie. They also want to make their other movies or what other she's basically looking for someone to commit the next 10 years of their life to only Star Wars movies. And like, I don't know that she's going to find that.
But they don't need like a movie person. Like, they just need somebody who can fucking keep their shit. They need a project manager. Okay.
You mean like a board team?
Yeah. They need like They need, like, a person who really knows fucking Star Wars, knows what fans actually want, and can just keep everything on track. They don't need somebody who has a shit ton of fucking experience.
The majority of fans don't know what the fans want.
That's true.
We know what they want. Hire us.
We talked a little bit about this, about knowing, like, how to know what the fans want and how to keep things, like, Star Wars, like the mythology of Star Wars. There's some of that in the article. It's a good article.
But here's the way to do it: is give them a shit ton of content. So not every fucking story is gonna be for all Star Wars fans. It's like what they're doing for Marvel, right? Some Marvel fucking properties are like, some people really love them and other people don't. But there's so much of it that you're going to find what you like out of it, right? And that's how I feel like Star Wars is going to go going forward, because they're going to drop 3 shows next year. Hell, they're going to drop 3 shows this year. And then, you know, eventually they'll put movies out again. But that's what it is. When you only put out one fucking thing at a time, like, and that's it for years or something, everybody's going to fucking judge it.
It's because Marvel, too, is just dropping so much stuff that it seems like Star Wars is behind in comparison, when really, in reality, this is some of the most Star Wars content we've ever gotten at once. But it just seems like it's such a slow drip compared to Marvel.
But I think we're getting on the other side of that, right? Like, what is that noise? What is that noise?
Is it your cricket friend?
No. Okay, sorry. It sounded like a fucking kazoo. That was really weird. But now that they're like finally getting all the shows filmed and put out, we're gonna get like 3-4 shows a year because we're also gonna get the animations. Like we're still supposed to get Bad Batch at some point too, right? Like they're gonna have all this stuff, but it took them a while to film everything and get things going. So, yeah. But also, what the fuck's going on with Lando?
I just need Star Wars movies. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the shows. They've been good. It's great to have weekly content when they hit. Man, I need to go back to the movie theater and watch Star Wars with my friends. Like, I miss that.
This actually is going to be one of those rare moments. I disagree. Yeah. I like the shows. I think it's a better medium for telling long-form stories.
You're not wrong, but we don't need all of it to be that.
No. And I would really like whatever crossover they do in the end with everything going on in the Mandoverse to be a movie.
Or a few movies, though. Because, like, what if it was supposed to be, like, a 6-episode arc, right? And if all of those were an hour, that's, like, 6 hours of content. You can't make that a movie.
Special cinema event like they did. They did that for Game of Thrones. Not a lot of people, I don't think, went for Game of Thrones, probably because by that point that they did it, everybody was pissed off.
Fuck Game of
Thrones. We're some of the very few people in the world that got to see Mando on the big screen.
I know. We saw the first 3 episodes, and that was amazing. It was so good. Also,
just the fact that, a movie can't come out at a theater until like 7 o'clock at night instead of 3 a.m. So I might actually be able to watch it with.
That's true.
I should ask my friend if there's any way we could do
Kenobi.
It's
Celebration weekend next weekend.
One of my friends is a manager at one of the local theaters.
Kenobi! Yeah, we're getting the first 2 episodes, too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, holy shit, that's like less than, 10 days away or less? 9? I can't do math.
9.
Woo!
No. Wait,
8?
Today's Wednesday or today's Thursday?
Today's Wednesday.
Okay, so a week
he would be playing if it was Thursday, Joe. What are you doing with your life?
You're right. That's the only way I can figure out. Okay, so do we want to get to the annoying part of the article?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's it's time to rant. Let's fucking do this.
So Kathleen Kennedy says that they've learned their lesson from Solo, and that the lesson that they learned is that you can't recast old cast members with new cast members. That's the lesson.
Wrong lesson.
Not the lesson! The lesson is that your marketing team is the worst.
Like the 3rd time that she's thrown Ansel Elgort on. No, that's not his name. That's the other guy.
That's the other guy.
Alden
Ehrenreich. I'm sorry. Alden Ehrenreich. This is like the 3rd time that she's thrown Alden Ehrenreich under the bus as the reason that Solo failed, because she said Harrison Ford wasn't in the movie. That's why it failed.
No, it failed because they switched directors. They didn't fucking market it. Like,
I will agree he is probably the weakest actor in the main cast.
How are you going to say that the reason that Solo failed is because you recasted actors when young Lando is right there in front of you and he's awesome?
He was the fucking best. The best.
And then she goes on to say, like, literally right after she says this sentence, she goes on to talk about how they're so lucky that Ewan McGregor is Kenobi and he's the right age to still be Kenobi. And I'm like, oh, another actor! What are you talking about?
Wrong fucking lessons, man. Yeah.
It is the wrong lesson.
I'm like, can you just admit the department sucked ass and fucking dropped the ball? Like no, she can't. I know she can't, but man, stop blaming one actor because your movie flopped.
And they dropped so much cool shit at the end of that movie that we all want to see where it goes fucking next.
I want Bryce Dallas Howard and Ron Howard to direct that together.
Oh, it's not happening. Now, if it was ever going to happen, that ended yesterday. Because now the young blonde that they cast will never come back because she threw him under the bus to Vanity Fair. Like, what?
Like, I'm not gonna tell you. Like I said, I actually think Alden is the weakest of the three main cast. But also, I'm a huge Donald Glover fan.
Yeah, no, he was so good. And I want more Kira.
And I
want
want
to
more
see
Kira.
Crimson Dawn Kira. I want to know how Maul fell from fucking ruling Crimson Dawn to the wretch that we see in Rebels. Like, I want to know what fucking happened. How did he get from point A to point B? Like, there's so much there. Like,
we've reached the point where I feel like I can finally start talking about how much of a bad job I think she's doing on some stuff without just feeling like a crazy right-wing incel. Because, come on, man. Like, I was to the point where I was reading this, I was like, yo, they should not let her do interviews. Like, let Dave do the interview.
he looks so fucking smug in his picture, by the way, in Vanity Fair. It was so great.
He's probably actually just going, I'm going to be in Vanity Fair.
He's like, yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably one of the most awkward human beings I've ever met.
That's what makes him perfect.
I love that man. I only have 2 blurry selfies with him. Me, the selfie king, has 2 blurry selfies with Dave Filoni because I was working the Mercs booth or the Mercs bash both times that he was there, and I literally didn't have time to stand in that line myself, and so I just ran up and tried to get a selfie, and they're both terrible pictures. Both of them.
I have a warm memory with Dave Filoni.
He drew Mando's helmet on the back of, or something that looks a lot like Mando's helmet, on the back of my Celebration Anaheim pass.
Amazing dude.
I'm sad that none of us are going to Celebration this year.
This is the first act I was thinking about today for this pod. From this podcast, this will be the first celebration since like 2008 that none of us were at. Because I went to Celebration 5, 2010. And then 2006 was my first, Celebration 6 in 2012 was my very first troop.
Yeah.
So, 2015 Celebration, that was
Anaheim.
That was it.
California's so fucking far.
It was so much fun.
It was a blast.
It was so much fun.
I'm a little bit relieved that we're not going to this one because I don't think it could I don't think Anaheim the second time could live up to the first time.
No.
I've never been to Anaheim, so you guys went without me.
Like a couple weeks.
You went without me.
Oh.
Left me behind.
Well.
He was not your
wrong.
I'm not wrong.
I'm hoping they'll
also
announce.
Not 100% accurate.
How is that not what happened?
That one, Steve, was not boyfriend, Steve?
I'm hoping
No, Steve was very much my boyfriend.
Oh.
When you guys went to
No, we
Anaheim.
bought our tickets when I was Steve, not my boyfriend.
Oh, that, yeah.
But you think they'll announce when the next celebration is going to be at this one?
No.
Don't they usually do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they usually announce it the last day, but some of my friends are hinting around that it's back in Orlando, so we'll see.
Good.
Oh,
Of course, I won't probably be living in Florida then, but I'll fucking come back.
You can come
I
stay
will
with us.
come back. I'm not missing that shit again. This year, like with COVID and everything, there was no way I could make plans to fucking go out there. So, wasn't happening. But next year, or next time, it won't be next year. Will they skip a year? I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe now that they're putting out yearly fucking content, they'll fucking.
They weren't planning to last time.
Yeah, there was a while there where they're like, we're going to have a celebration every year because we're going to have so much stuff. And then COVID.
Well, Chicago was 2019, right?
Yeah, and they were supposed to have one in 2020 in Anaheim.
So it was like every 2 years, though. Because like the last one before that was, 2017, right?
Yeah.
That was the one I went to.
Yeah.
The COVID situation with the convention is you are required to wear a mask, but you can't wear a helmet.
No, you can.
You can, they clarified.
Yeah, you have to wear it under your helmet.
I don't think they did clarify, but they're owned by, is it Fan Expo that owns them?
It's Reed
I thought
Pop.
it was Reed Pop.
It's Reed Pop.
And the other Reed Pop conventions have allowed people to wear their mask under their helmet. So there's not a clarification, but basically everybody else who went to the bigger Reed Pop conventions this year said, hey, they're letting you do this.
Their no costume masks rule is they don't want people wearing just their whatever and saying that's their mask. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's why it says that. They just did a real shitty job of clarifying what the fuck they meant by it. So
they could very easily have written that.
I know, but you know what? It's Reed Pop, and I expect bullshit like this from that. So it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what's going on. The Boba Fett portion of the interview made me sad. Nobody read it but me, right? You guys were so mad you didn't even want to read it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
But basically, Jon Favreau admitted that he pretty much was very heavily influenced by The Godfather, and that's how he wrote it. And yeah.
Godfather. And Star Wars with Boba Fett.
I feel like you could do The Godfather in Star Wars and it would not be bad if it wasn't the Book of Boba Fett.
There's just so much he could have just tweaked just a little bit. It would have been so much better, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping maybe we're going to get a lot of news out of Celebration. They hinted that they'll talk more about like upcoming stuff that hasn't been announced. So we'll find out if they're going to do a Boba 2 or if we just expect to see him in Mando 3, which is more, I think, is going to happen. Right?
That's what I'm hoping will happen.
Yeah, we don't need another season of that. Just put him back.
Boba.
I just whatever. I like the soundtrack. So
you like the sound?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good for you.
I do.
I'm happy for you.
I do. It's not as good as Mando, but I love a lot of it.
Not even close.
No, but I do love a lot of it. So it'll be a thing. I mean, the rumors going around about Mando 3 are gonna be kind of fucking wild. So we'll see what's gonna happen there. I don't want to spoil anything yet or talk about speculation on that yet.
Hey, I am the worst person here as far as reading leaks and reading rumors and stuff like that. And I have decided that these people need to tighten the fuck up because the entire synopsis for Kenobi is on the internet. They need to up.
Oh, I've avoided Kenobi shit.
Yes, if you know where to look, it's there. I didn't look, but I know it's there.
Wait, Joe, you're gonna go into a show without knowing everything that's gonna happen
right now, Joe.
I know more than I should, but I don't know as much as I could. So
next week, if we're gonna pod next week, and we should do our predictions for Kenobi.
Marvel and Star Wars both need to open up the box of surprise or whatever J.J. Abrams used to call it about letting their fans know what is happening, and they need to close it up about actually filming because everything before these shows come out is on the internet. Marvel too.
They're supposed to be really good about plugging those fucking leak holes, but apparently somebody's fucking getting shit through.
I think it's just the fact that those people know it's so they can literally fund their life off of running a website that posts Star Wars leaks these days, and make a living off of it. Unless Disney's gonna buy these people out, they're not gonna stop.
Can we just post fake shit and make a living off of it? Because we could probably come up with some good stuff.
Some people do that too.
I think that's how QAnon started.
Oh.
I was gonna go with "We've got this covered," but
oh god, I fucking hate them. Okay.
Joe got this covered.
Well.
Don't do that.
Well,
they need to figure out how to stop the leaks.
Yeah. But yeah, there was no fucking mention in all of that article about Lando, which is the only thing that they announced other than some of the kids, a droid story or whatever, but they didn't touch on it all in that article. So it makes me So if we don't hear anything about it at Celebration, they might just pretend that they never fucking said it.
I was really excited for that.
I know. Me too. So we'll see what they fucking come out with at Celebration. They are going to be live streaming a bunch of the panels, so I will be watching.
and they're going to immediately go dark every time a trailer comes on.
I mean, you got people in there, right? I don't know anybody who's going this year, so I'm relying on you guys to like.
I know people, but
Do they know what panels they got into yet?
I don't know.
No, I don't think the lottery happened yet.
Oh, okay. Well, they better get real good at like stealth filming fucking blacked out trailers for us.
Media members don't get automatic access to the panels.
I saw that, but I think they said it was a mistake.
That's how it was for Chicago too.
No, I think what it was happening is they weren't letting the media badges even sign up for the lottery, which was a mistake. I think they're allowed to get in on the lottery, but they weren't letting them a couple days ago. Like, they're like, your badge isn't eligible. People are getting real mad. They're like, how am I supposed to cover this event if I can't even try to get into a goddamn panel? It's ReedPop, man. Like I told you, they're a shit show. So I'm not surprised.
I'm really excited for Kenobi. This pod got really down really fast on the Star Wars.
Yeah, no. Kenobi looks like it's going to be fucking killer.
It's going to be great.
Even though it doesn't have Nar Shaddaa.
I don't know what to expect because I never watched any of the trailers, and I'm excited for it.
You didn't see helicopter fucking lightsaber, Nikki?
Nope.
That's what we should. Oh, I forgot. That's the joke. We have to tell her all the things that aren't really in the trailers.
that now that doesn't work. Now you just told me.
But no, but helicopter lightsaber was in the fucking trailer, though.
My favorite thing that I heard on the internet today or saw was a video of Ewan saying, I loved working with Ahmed Best. Maybe we can bring him back. And I was like, oh, he's talking about Jar Jar. It's so sweet. And I was like, oh, Ewan, they're going to skewer you on Reddit for this. But I love you for saying it.
Listen, we know Jar Jar is going to show up somewhere.
He's not.
know. Not maybe in Kenobi. It's going to fucking happen.
I want it to happen.
He has a girlfriend in Clone Wars, man. That was his redemption.
And she was like a queen.
Wait, what?
No, he was in one of the books, and he was a sad clown wandering the streets.
They've already fucking retconned some of that.
And we don't talk about that book. Just as Cobb Vanth came from it doesn't mean all of it.
Right, but they even retconned like part of that fucking story. So like we know those books don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. It's cool. Look, he could show up in Andor.
I want more Jar Jar.
You know who else could show up in Andor, by the way? Like, maybe some of the Rebels fucking characters.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Like Hera. That'd be
Hera.
fucking cool, right?
Zeb would be cool live action, too.
Man, I don't know if they could pull them off in live
Really
action.
cool,
Carabast.
They could just make a really cool
He'd have to be CGI, and you'd have to get Steve Blum to do the voice.
Hell yeah. I love that. I love Rebels, though. Rebels the best animated show.
It is the best. Oh, my God.
Lots of people disagree on that, but
What?
Rebels is the best.
Who needs to be fucking smacked? Who
I know a lot of people who say Clone Wars.
Really?
Joe is frozen. I mean, listen, one of my kids is named Caleb Rex, so I can't. I got love for both of those shows. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh.
You missed
Animated
it.
shows. They're probably going to announce. Am I back? Am I good?
Yeah,
You're back.
Okay. They're going to announce an animated show at Celebration, that Fate of the Jedi show.
Right. That's like it's like an anthology too. It's like not like a cohesive story. It's like different stories. Is what I heard.
Be like stories about Jedi that you know, like just short stories about Jedi that you know type deal.
So, if I were going to write Jar Jar into anything going on, I would have him walk out of the back room of Peli Motto's shop. Just no words. Just Jar Jar walks out.
I don't know if the internet can handle that.
See, I don't want it just that way. I want a beautiful romance. Like, I want to see the meet cute. I want to watch it, like, blossom into this respectful,
to Tatooine already. This could have already happened.
Nikki, the thing is, Peli Motto doesn't romance.
See,
Yeah,
I
she
want
just
her
fucks.
to win her
She just
over.
fucks. There's no fucking
Peli
romance.
That's all Peli does.
That is the romance I want.
Peli fucks and she makes space hot dogs. Those are her two things.
Oh,
I
God.
want to watch her wooed by this tall, charming,
Please continue the sentence.
I can't finish it.
What that tongue do, Jar Jar?
Oh my
No!
God.
Oh.
To the pod.
And on that note,
Time.
I don't know that we can keep going after this.
no.
We still need Nikki to make her presentation about hot.
Oh yeah, hot reproduction.
Well, I started it. Yeah, I gotta go back, guys. I learned so much about slugs and how slugs reproduce while I was researching that. Because they're similar to slugs.
I don't know that I'm going to recover.
But they're also marsupials.
It's
They're
complicated.
slug marsupials because they have pouches. But
They do feed their children with milk.
Like they're also yeah.
You could milk a hut.
Okay, so will we come back next week? We're gonna try.
To milk a hut?
No, to try to podcast. We will try to come back next week with.
I have to go find out how old Peli Motto was in Phantom Menace. I have to go do research.
Well, remember, everybody ages on Tatooine like really badly, right? So she's probably only like 30 years old. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to contribute.
The
after
mind is in the gutter now. It's gonna be there forever, and I don't want it to be there. Not in this gutter. Not in this one.
No, it's not this gutter.
Not this gutter, please no.
All right, how about final thought, and then we can end the podcast.
Okay.
I would bet $20 that fan fiction already exists.
100%.
Wait, Peli X Jar Jar?
Yes.
this. All right, it's up to you to go find it then.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
looking.
I don't want to find it.
I'm not searching for that.
I'm
No,
not, I don't want that in my
search
search
history.
I'm already selling my search history. Give me a minute.
Oh, what's worse is it'll probably just end up on a fucking Pornhub. Anyway.
No, it's fine. I'm already on Archive of Our Own.
It's the game you can't last 30 seconds to.
Good Lord.
Yep. So anyway, we will try to be back next week to talk Kenobi predictions.
Don't count on it.
But maybe it might fucking happen. Unless, wait, are the Heat playing next Wednesday?
Okay, so the Heat potentially play Monday and Wednesday, and me and Steve we're going to see Top Gun on Tuesday. So
I want the Heat to win, so I can't like.
if the Heat goes out to Celtics early, then we can pod.
Okay, well then they better fucking do that.
Wait, Joe, you're a Heat fan?
I knew it was coming. I knew.
All right.
And then, yep. So, all right, y'all. That's it. We'll see you next time.
Hey, hold on. Is Steve searching right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing right now.
He'll update us next week, I guess.
Okay. Stay tuned. Wow, what a great.
Stay
Well, based
fucking.
on the rules of the internet, if it doesn't exist now,
It will by the
it
time
will
we're
exist
back.
by next week.
So far I have found one Jar Jar Binks / your wife. So you could read this about getting cucked by Jar Jar if you really wanted to.
But no Peli Motto Jar Jar. So Nikki loses the bet.
Not yet. Jar Jar fucking the Death Star.
No. See, I know what's out there. I just need to know Peli Motto Jar Jar.
Wait, how do you know what's out
Joe,
there?
how do you know what's out
I
there?
don't want to fucking know. All right, that's it. We're out of fucking here.